please take your seats and direct your attention to the stage for the Orange County School of the Arts String Quintet. Hello, everyone. If I may ask you to please direct your attention to the screens. Thank you.
The power of community is people, connected by a purpose, a compassion, and a belief that we all rise together.
The power of community is that it makes people feel valued, supported, and inspired. And every story that's shared gives me hope for a more connected and empathetic future.
The power of community is standing or sitting together with purpose and compassion.
The power of community is people coming together to care for one another and our planet. It's neighbors helping neighbors build a cleaner, more sustainable future for all.
Please direct your attention to the stage and welcome Orange County Community Foundation CEO Shelly Haas.
My goodness. Is anything happening in Orange County except for this? Hi, Dan Bolar. When this room fills up, it is so joyful for all of us that spend the entire year, which will start again tomorrow, imagining being together again. First of all, can we thank the wonderful string quartet from the Orange County School of the Arts? They're teenagers, so they're already eating their lunch, but we can let them hear our applause. So I'm curious, speaking of the times we've been in this room together, who was here last year for our evening spectacular for our 35th anniversary? A lot of hands? Boy, was that a night? That was a night. I do just want to sort of level set that today, we're kind of like reverting to the mean, right? So it's not an anniversary year. There are no, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I'd rather get it out of the way now. There are no surprise military pen pals from across the country, no bubble machines or a Love Actually ending for us today. However, I do promise that you will be just as inspired and enlightened and overjoyed as we get through this beautiful program today. I just cannot wait to share it with you. You're going to hear, after we have some lunch, you're going to hear from a trio of OCCF rock stars, our brand new board chair, John Williams, our president has been with us now for 6 years, Tammy Tumbling, is going to share us a look back at the past year and a look forward to where we're headed together. And she'll be followed by our COO, Kathleen Otero, with some very exciting announcements about our work here in the Orange County community. And as if that isn't going to be great enough, that's actually going to bring us to our main event, where you're going to hear an incredible tandem keynote from our beloved Lindsey Spindle of Samueli Family Philanthropies and our board member Tam Nguyen, and in between, a very special experience. So we are going to need to really power up, have your protein while you enjoy your lunch, because we got some stuff to do here together. We're so thrilled in this room. I think we are 650 people. Like we are to the rafters. Woo! Our beloved OCCF donor family, board members, business leaders, elected officials, and I thank you for being here in advance. We don't do the announcing thing, but we love you and we're happy that you're serving our community and that you're here if you are elected. Tell a neighbor, they can acknowledge you. You know, we're very DIY. You can do it at your table. And of course, our incredible cadre of Orange County nonprofit leaders, truly an abundance of the best of the head and the heart. And I just said to someone, this is both for me in a way like the best and the worst room, because I just so wish I could have 5 minutes with each and every one of you. But if I did the math, we would be here till Tuesday. So I thank you for stopping me and grabbing hugs and pictures, and know that I am so happy that we're all in this room together, and we're so grateful to all of you generous sponsors who helped us put on this beautiful this beautiful day together. So now I'm going to leave you to your tables. Go find an elected official, make them feel important, and as you do, that's what we do in this community. And we'll be back before you know it with all that good stuff I just previewed for you. So have a wonderful lunch. Okay, so glad you're here.
I'm Kelly with the Down Syndrome Association of Orange County, and here is what the power of community means to us.
I love doing community service to help people with biking. I meet different people every day to help motivate people with Down syndrome.
Ralph's is part of community. I've been there for 18 years now. I'm happy I get to know friends at work and be with my family at home.
I'm an elector of my church. My community supports me. Come here to support the event in the community.
Please welcome OCCF Board Chair John Williams.
Well, good afternoon. Let me add my welcome to all of you who are here with us today. One of the most fulfilling aspects of serving on OCCF's board is the strength, credibility, and expertise of my fellow board members who you see on the screen. The caliber of this board is one of the highest that I've ever had the chance to work with. And it's a sincere privilege to serve as the chairman for this board for the next 2 years. As to my predecessor, I'd like to express my deep appreciation to Rashid Chamtier for his visionary and insightful leadership. He's over there somewhere, I can't quite see, but there he is. I had the opportunity to work closely with Rashid during the last 2 years while he was chair, and I was thoroughly impressed with his thoughtful and dedicated approach to leading the board. Frankly, he's left me some pretty big shoes to fill, so thanks for that, Rashid. I'd also like to thank my fellow incoming officers, Vice Chair Kate Duchesne, where are you, Kate? As well as the Finance Chair, Bob Whalen. I truly look forward to working with these two compassionate leaders. I will, however, note that the board may not fully comprehend what they have done in selecting their board officers. My fellow officers are known best for their roles respectively as the CEO of a publicly traded company and as the longtime council member and former mayor of the city of Laguna Beach. However, and perhaps overlooked by the board, they're also both lawyers, which means now that we attorneys have taken over the entire leadership role here with the board. Fear not, to help keep an eye on the lawyers, I'm delighted to share that we welcomed a community icon to our board this past spring. Christopher Tower. Christopher is a retired partner and former executive at BDO and a leader in both business and philanthropy. We are very honored to have Christopher join our board. Now, everything that we as an organization have achieved, or in the future that we aspire to achieve, is made possible by the extraordinary professionals who make up OCCF's staff team. Now, I couldn't be more proud to be working with Shelley and the superb team she has built over her 25 years, including this stellar team. Now, nearly everyone in this room, I'm sure, knows Shelley. But these people that you see are the ones who allow Shelley to be Shelley. Shelley is the face of OCCF, and I would say to many, the face of philanthropy in Orange County. However, it is this full executive team that allows OCCF to keep delivering to our Orange County community each and every day. And they are joined by the most talented, dedicated, and creative team, by the way, that's who wrote this, that anyone could wish for. If you've had the opportunity, in all honesty, to work with our staff, you know that they exhibit the utmost professionalism. This is the team that identifies the greatest areas of need in our community and thoughtfully assists our donors in granting more than $100 million per year. Finally, I want to thank all of you for being here with us today and for your partnership. You're the heart of our community. You care and you strive for a better tomorrow in the many lives that we're able to touch. So thank you for being with us today. And with that, I'd like to invite OCCF's president, Tam Nguyen, to the stage.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Welcome to OCCF's 2025 annual meeting. We're together. Guess what we're going to do together? Rise. We rise. Go ahead, let's give it. As I reflect on my 6 years with OCCF, I am humbled to be a part of a team whose primary focus is on supporting the community, day in and day out. Right, Shelley? What time did we leave last night? 10 o'clock. We don't mess around. It is my privilege to partner with Shelley, our board, our staff, and generous donors to bring the passions to life through giving back in meaningful and lasting ways. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is that working at a community foundation, it requires the courage to show up every single day. There is no such thing as not showing up. You have to show up every single day, ready to face complex challenges, listen with empathy, and you heard Shelley mention the heart, lead with heart. The work is not always easy, but I could assure you folks, it's always worth it. As I look back, I continue to be truly inspired by the stories of transformation that emerge from our work. The families whose lives are touched by access to opportunity, the organizations empowered to grow the missions, and donors who turn vision into action with generosity, and here's that word again, courage. I'm excited to be a part of OCCF's future because of the work we do together today. Each decision, each grant, each partnership will create ripples upon ripples of impact for generations to come. So over the past 2 years as president, folks, I've not been sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I've been a little busy. And one of the most meaningful experiences has been overseeing a major leadership transition. And that is celebrating the remarkable 34-year tenure of our CFO, Tracy Branson. Please. Because you guys know she's usually up here, standing up here next to me, so I'm counting on you guys to hold me up. You guys okay? You guys got me? All right, all right. Tracy's dedication to OCCF and our mission, and you all know this, has been nothing short of extraordinary. Okay, like I said, I've been a little busy. I also had the opportunity to lead the search for Tracy's successor in partnership with Shelley, our Chief Human Resources Officer, Sharon Johnson. Where are you, Sharon? Because we really put you to work. There's Sharon. Our Board of Governors, and a process that led us to someone we're really, really excited about. So I am pleased to introduce Brian Shafkin as OCCF's new Chief Financial Officer. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Brian a little bit if you all don't mind. Is that okay? All right. Brian brings not only deep leadership experience and a strong financial acumen, but a forward-thinking mindset that aligns oh so beautifully with OCCF's goals for the future and lasting impact. With Brian's knowledge and vision, we're well positioned to continue to build on our strong foundation. Because I was a part of the search, I could go on and on and on. I know Brian's resume like the back of my hand. But how about, let's just take the time to meet him. Take a look at the screen.
Hello everyone, I'm Brian Shafkin, and I was honored to join the Orange County Community Foundation as its Chief Financial Officer this June. I was born and raised here in Orange County and lived across the country multiple times. My family and I have always returned to this wonderful Orange County community. I am honored to join the Orange County Community Foundation in serving its purpose, working tirelessly to improve the lives of so many here in our community. While earning my business degree at the University of Notre Dame and throughout my professional career, I have always sought out involvement with nonprofit work, whether serving on boards or volunteering in my community. It's a passion instilled in me by my parents, and thankfully one that is shared by both my wife and my 3 children. Throughout my 30-plus years in finance, what has continued to inspire me is the knowledge that astute financial management can help bring visionary ideas to life. The Orange County Community Foundation has rightfully earned the confidence of its donors and the respect of its community and business partners for more than 35 years. I see tremendous opportunity to continue strengthening that trust, deepening our impact, and ensuring that resources we manage today create lasting good for generations to come. Thank you for the warm welcome and for all that you do to make this foundation and this community thrive. I'm excited for what lies ahead and honored to help steward the resources that make such meaningful work possible. Together we can achieve great things. Thank you.
Okay, so now you can see why we're really excited to have Brian on our leadership team and to help lead us forward. But before we look forward, we're going to take a look back on the prior year. So at your tables, there should be an executive summary. Do you all see an annual meeting executive summary? So there's a program, there's 2 things. So now you guys are holding the program, grab the other one. The other book is a little folder. Yeah, you guys have got it. Everybody's good. Everyone's good. Shelly's got it. I see you, Shelly. Our executive summary has a QR code in it. Feel free to pull out your phones. Now, don't do too many selfies with your friends. Pull them out and let's just go on and get that QR code. Click on the link, and guess what? It's going to take you right to our 2025 annual report. However, those of you that like to receive things hard copy, you will be getting it in the U.S. mail in the next few days. So now I want to just give you guys a little information on 2 historic milestones that have impacted the work that we've done. And that is in partnership with our donors to meet the needs in Orange County, across the nation. And how many of you guys knew that we go around the world? Did many of you know that? If you did, let me hear some clapping. We go everywhere because of our generous donors. So our previous high, as you heard John mention earlier, for granting has been as high as $100 million. And that was reached during the pandemic as our donors' generosity, it surged to meet the need that was greatest. Today, though, I am thrilled to share that last year, we exceeded this by 25%. Awarding, I have a number for you too, awarding a total of $125 million in grants and scholarships. That's what top talent can do for you. You saw those folks on the screen? This is how we do it. We don't mess around. $125 million. Now, you may remember that our Vision 2024 goal was to reach $1 billion in cumulative granting, joining only a small number of community foundations to have reached this milestone. And if you've attended, any of you attended our last 2 annual meetings over the last 2 years? Let me see you guys. Where are you? Okay. Well, those of you that attended, now you all know, that we reached that goal by more than a year earlier than what was planned, right? So I am thrilled to share that as of our fiscal year 2025 year, we have added $250 million in granting to that milestone, bringing our cumulative total for granting to $1.25 billion. We have been busy. We've been busy since 1989. This is what Shelley's been doing. This is all Shelley's legacy. And in partnership, I'm gonna give you a little inside baseball. In partnership with our generous donors, here's the inside baseball. We're just getting started, you guys. We're not gonna mess around. Our donors are amazing. So in addition to the generosity of our donors who partner with OCCF on their giving, a key driver of our ability to reach these milestones is the stellar, and I did say stellar, oversight provided by OCCF's investment committee. Strong investment performance not only protects charitable assets for our community, but also allows their impact to grow over time. The results of our investment committee, their work, it speaks for themselves, with returns over the past year of 10.4% and annualized returns of 11.1%, and this is over the past 5 years. Thank you, Investment Committee. That could be a so what kind of question, but let me tell you why that's important. In fiscal year 25, this translated to a staggering $69 million added to the charitable assets under our care through investment returns, just our investment returns, folks. Now that's, when I think about the work that we're doing, that's what we call growing the good. And as a result of this growth, not only did we grant $125 million last year, as of September 30th, the charitable assets stewarded by OCCF has grown to a record $820 million, reflecting a growing momentum for good in our community. All right, so we've gone back. You all ready to look forward? You want to know where we're going? Oh, we have some things for you. When I joined OCCF in 2019, Vision 2024 was already in motion under Shelley's leadership, and she was guiding meaningful progress toward our 35th anniversary. As president of OCCF, I've now had the privilege of shaping what comes next, partnering with Shelley and working alongside our board and staff to chart our path for the next 5 years. Together, we're exploring how to deepen our impact and expand the good we do in partnership with our donors and community partners. So turning generosity into lasting impact takes more than good intentions. Did I say it takes more than good intentions? Let me tell you what it takes. It requires bold vision, smart strategy, and the right mix, and you've heard Shelley mention this, of head and heart. You have those, we're gonna make it. So that's why we're launching Vision 2030, our 5-year plan to grow giving, advance our donors' philanthropic goals, and build thriving communities in Orange County. Let's take a look.
Imagine a future for Orange County that starts with understanding what our communities need and acting with heart. Because when generosity meets action, communities thrive. At the Orange County Community Foundation, we believe our future depends on the actions we take together. That's why we're launching Vision 2030, our 5-year strategic plan to transform generosity into lasting impact for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. Creating pathways to good jobs, living wages, and thriving families across Orange County. Opening doors so every student, no matter their background, has the chance to learn, grow, and succeed. Delivering critical care and resources to strengthen women's health and well-being at every stage of life. Preserving our coastlines, open spaces, and natural resources so future generations inherit a healthy home. strengthening voices too often left unheard, ensuring every community has a seat at the table, surrounding our children and teens with the support, expertise, and compassion they need to live healthy, hopeful lives. This isn't just a plan, it's a movement. It's generosity transformed into impact. It's the future we imagine together. Learn with us, share with us, give with us. Be part of Vision 2030, the power of community in action.
Welcome to Vision 2030, the power of community. A shared commitment to Orange County's thriving future, but that isn't just a tagline for us. It's a reflection of what we can achieve when generosity meets strategy. I'm gonna repeat that. When generosity meets what? We got this, you guys, we're on it. When donors, partners, and community leaders come together with a shared commitment to Orange County's thriving future. Every step we take, every resource we share, and every partnership we build brings us closer and closer to the thriving communities where we all have the opportunity to reach our full potential. And now, let's take a closer look at the core strategic pillars that will guide OCCF's work over the next 5 years. And the impact that we're going to do this, you all, we're going to do it together. So there are 4, just 4, strategic pillars of OCCF's Vision 2030. But oh, what a powerful 4 they are. First is amplified giving. We want to inspire people to give more and with greater impact to grow the good in Orange County and beyond. By connecting generosity to purpose and highlighting opportunities that make the greatest difference, we ensure every contribution makes a meaningful impact. Donor engagement. As a trusted philanthropic advisor, we are here to be a partner in philanthropy and help our donors support the causes that are closest to their hearts. We work alongside our donors every step of the way, offering insight, tools, and connections to maximize the impact of their giving now and for generations to come. Just the thought of it, just knowing that the work we're doing today is for people that some of us will never meet. Community impact. We leverage our deep community knowledge and relationships to bring key partners together to create momentum for good. This is where the rubber meets the road for our work within Orange County, and you're going to hear more from Kathleen in just a few minutes. Where are you, Kath? You ready, girl? All right. Last is operational excellence. The foundation of this work is bringing operational excellence to our role as a steward of local philanthropy. And operational excellence starts with having a team, and John mentioned this a little bit, a team of dedicated, creative, and passionate individuals. So just know that we get this work done because of our talented team. So they've heard me say this. I say this a lot, but I really believe it. We pride ourselves in having top talent in every single seat at OCCF. We couldn't bring the vision to life without the incredible OCCF staff. Now, how many of you are eager? Like, me, I need to go to this Vision 2030, I need more. Any of that going on? If it is, I got you. If you're eager to learn more, I invite you now. Okay, now you can pick up your program. Now that other one, now you can pick that up. If you open the program and go to the last page, there's a QR code there. Please feel free to hover over the QR code, click the link, and you're going to be the first to see our Vision 2030 landing page on our website. And now, for a deeper dive into our Vision 2030 impact initiatives, you will be hearing from Kathleen Otero, who has served on OCCF's leadership team for nearly 12 years and is in her second year as our Chief Operating Officer. Before I leave, I just want to let you know it's been a pleasure to serve each of you over the past 6 years, and in partnership with Shelley, I'm looking forward to getting us over the hump to Vision 2030 over the next 5 years. Please join me in welcoming Kathleen Otero to the stage.
Thank you, Tammy. It's truly an honor to stand with you as we embark on this significant journey together. You and 650 of our closest friends and colleagues assembled today. As we partner with donors to achieve charitable impact, both near and far, Orange County, as you know, will always be the home of OCCF's heart. Supporting the local communities that we hold so dear is a key pillar of our Vision 2030 plan. A thriving future for Orange County depends on our ability to deeply understand our communities, their strengths, their challenges, and their dreams, and to turn that understanding into action. Over the next 5 years, OCCF is committing to 6 initiatives that reflect our shared dedication to Orange County's promise and potential. Those 6 initiatives are economic opportunity. We are working to create pathways to good jobs, living wages, and thriving families across Orange County. All who are willing to put in the effort deserve the chance to succeed, and we are dedicated to removing the barriers that can stand in their way. Educational access. Every student, no matter their background, should have the chance to achieve their full potential. We are opening doors that make educational success possible for all who are motivated to achieve it. Women's health. We are dedicated to supporting women's health and well-being at every stage of life. When women thrive, entire communities flourish. And we want to ensure that every woman in Orange County has access to the kind of care, support that she needs to live a healthy life. Next is environmental stewardship. Our beautiful coastlines, our open spaces, and our natural resources are treasures that we need to protect. We will continue working to ensure that future generations are able to enjoy a healthy Orange County home. Community power building is our next initiative. We are committed to strengthening voices too often left unheard, ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table and has the opportunity to influence their own community. And youth mental health. This is the newest area of focus for us, based on our growing understanding of this critical area of need. We want to work toward a future where the children and youth of our communities have access to the support, expertise, and compassion that they need to live healthy, hopeful lives. As we launch this work, we're excited to announce a thrilling partnership with OC World, who will be producing a series of 6 documentaries to air on PBS SoCal in 2026. Each episode. Yeah, let's clap for that. It is super exciting. As you would imagine, each episode will be hosted by our very own Shelley Haas, and we'll explore each of the 6 areas that I just described to you. Our first episode, as you can imagine, will focus on the crisis of youth mental health. We will be exploring promising practices, as well as how philanthropy can really help to move the needle. So stay tuned, and we will definitely let you know when that first episode airs. All right, so what did you think? You like those? Do those make sense, those 6 initiatives? They resonate with you? They all reflect areas that we can imagine coming together to build a resilient community? Well, good, because our next chapter begins now, and it starts with you. each of you here today. To achieve these ambitious goals, we need your support and collaboration. Each of you has a significant role that you're playing, either as a philanthropist, as a donor, as a partner, as a nonprofit out in the community. We need you and your support to come alongside us. Join us as we learn together, listening closely and discovering what our community really needs. Share your experience, your expertise, your connections, and your creativity with us as we work to create innovative solutions in these very challenging issues that we've identified. And of course, give with us, investing in the ideas and partnerships that will shape a stronger, more equitable Orange County. Together, we can turn vision into action and build a future where all have the opportunity to thrive. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the part of the program that I know we've all been waiting for. We are so honored to have two Orange County legends joining us today to share their thoughts on the power of community, and a special performance by students from the Orange County School of the Arts. Please direct your attention to the screens.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Spindle, and I am fortunate enough to be the president of the Samueli Family Philanthropies. The power of community is somewhere, something, or someone that makes you feel connected, compassionate, and curious. There's something profound about the act of giving, and it really doesn't matter how much you have to give or what you have to give, if it's whether it's your money or it's your time or it's your connections to someone. But giving is living. It literally creates this extraordinary positive feeling that creates another virtuous cycle of longevity, of well-being. And so sometimes people convince themselves they don't have enough and therefore they don't. And I think if more people convince themselves that whatever I have is important and worthy in this moment, then it would create this extraordinarily virtuous cycle. So the Samueli Foundation is fortunate enough to work with some extraordinary nonprofit leaders in almost every category of need: education, spiritual development, economic development, workforce development, affordable housing and homelessness, mental health, you name it, we have a partner who's working in that space. And what gives me hope is seeing how resilient, how creative, how thoughtful our nonprofit leaders are. What I see are smart, savvy business leaders trying to solve some of our society's most challenging problems. And the fact that even though the times are hard, people keep signing up for that mission, that gives me hope.
Please welcome the president of the Samueli Family Philanthropies, Lindsey Spindle.
Kimmy, hi. This is so great. All right, let's see. Do I need glasses or no glasses? This is the test. Shelley, how big is the font? I think I'm good. Hi, everyone. I love this. Thank you to OCCF for inviting me to join your annual celebration. I owe a special thank you to Shelley Haas for her friendship and for bringing a lot of joy into my life. I think many people would say the same thing about you. I'm also grateful to many people in this room that have helped my family and me feel at home here in Orange County over the last 3 years. It's truly an honor to be here with you today. Shelley asked me to talk about the power of community with you today. And so to do that, I'd like to start by telling you a story about the state of Florida. Don't boo. In 1998, the state of Florida was deeply troubled by rapidly spiking teenage smoking rates. They accepted that standard approaches, namely preaching health facts and finger wagging, were failing terribly. The cost of that failure was preventable sickness and death. Florida needed to shake things up, and that still might be true. So they turned to my communications firm with this challenge: create a public health campaign that prevents teenage smoking. Alongside 2 national advertising agencies, we answered that call. First, we engaged with diverse teens all over Florida with open hearts, earning their trust. The universal truth that emerged from these conversations is that all teens question authority. Any parents of teenagers in here? How true is this, right? It's a natural part of who they are. Our aha moment was that Florida teens, regardless of their backgrounds, universally cast their parents or teachers as the authorities to be questioned on tobacco use. We then showed them multiple examples of tobacco companies' deceptive marketing practices aimed at them. Together, we saw an opportunity to redirect and reframe. To reframe authority, we agreed that our campaign would center on the core idea that big tobacco is duping you. Soon, the goal became clear: to redirect the universal teenage instinct to question authority to that authority, and so birthed the Truth Campaign. In the Truth Campaign, we put an audience not typically valued for their opinions, teenagers, into the creative driver's seat. What they asked us for was unprecedented in public health campaign history. Can we have an edgy logo? Sure. Can we have graffiti-covered buses that drive around the country to tell other teens about tobacco's marketing practices? Of course. How about dumping 1,200 fake body bags in front of the Philip Morris headquarters to symbolize the number of people who die each day from preventable smoking-related illnesses? Oh, and can you film this stunt and make an ad out of it? You bet. In its first year, the Truth Campaign produced a 30% drop in youth smoking in the state of Florida. It was then adopted by the American Legacy Foundation as a national advertising effort. The Truth Campaign was eventually named one of the 10 most effective advertising campaigns of the 21st century. It was credited for reshaping marketing, but far more importantly, the Truth Campaign prevented 500,000 Americans a year from smoking. So where are we 25 years later? Yeah, I worked on this 25 years ago. It's so depressing. I purposely did not include a picture of myself from then. Where are we 25 years later? We have a generation of teens who rarely smoke cigarettes. This unconventional, teen-designed effort proved to be a life-changing, society-changing idea. So you might be asking yourself why I chose to share my work helping to direct the Truth Campaign at an event that's focused on Orange County philanthropy. Well, the answer is simple. The making of the Truth Campaign shows us that the power of community is not just about a place in one's heart, a passion, or a program. The true power of community unlocks a sense of possibility, which unlocks generosity, which unlocks trust, which unlocks creativity, which unlocks innovation, which unlocks progress, which unlocks belief, which unlocks an even greater sense of ambition. This model of communal power leads to a better world. I came to Orange County 3.5 years ago because I believe in the power of this community to do something quite remarkable. If we follow the Truth Campaign playbook for unlocking communal power, together, we can transform Orange County into a place where well-being for all becomes the new normal. Allow me to share with you an example of how the Samueli Foundation is leveraging this model of community power to drive our work. In 2023, we revealed to a packed room of nonprofit leaders our updated vision, mission, values, and philanthropic how. Inspired by our founders, Henry and Susan Samueli's love of Orange County, we declared our dream: make Orange County a thriving mosaic of well-being that delivers a higher quality of life for all. We would get there by backing community-led innovations and bringing people together across sectors. That night, Henry and Susan boldly committed to giving away at least another $1 billion in this decade in support of our mission. Intuition and past giving practices would not be enough to guide this hockey stick, see how I got that in there? Hockey stick growth in our giving. We knew we had blind spots. So we sought ground truth from those who know better than anyone, but are sadly rarely consulted, nonprofit leaders themselves. Thus launched the Orange County Nonprofit Needs Assessment in partnership with our friends here at OCCF. What we heard back was sobering. Organizations teetering on the edge of financial failure, an inability to hold on to talent or dream bigger because of restrictive single-year funding. CEOs being told what to do by well-intentioned boards who lacked real-world nonprofit perspective. The Samueli Foundation responded to these findings with a brand new effort, our first ever open application process. We created 2 new funds called the Breakaway and Build OC funds. These were designed explicitly to meet the hardest to fund needs defined not by us, but by the nonprofit leaders themselves. We committed $10 million to this new effort in the pilot year. We also promised to work differently by creating and launching these funds, evaluating every application, making funding decisions, and paying out every single grant within 6 months' time. For a team of 10 people, this was quite the undertaking. Anyone in my team here? I'm sorry. We had a Field of Dreams moment on May 1 when our funds went live on the website. If we build it, will they come? The answer was a resounding yes. 1,300 applications received in 6 weeks, requesting over $252 million against a $10 million budget. They came. By October 1st, we stretched our budget and selected, notified, and paid 145 local nonprofits a total of $17 million in unrestricted grants. 77% of those organizations had never received a penny from us before.
We asked Orange County nonprofits, what do you need? The response was loud and clear. 1,004 applications received, not big grants, just the basics that nonprofits need to deliver mission-critical programs and services. Vans, carpet, hearing aids, equipment, AC units, the things that keep doors open. Every request told a story. We responded with the Breakaway Fund, expedited, unrestricted grants for essentials that keep nonprofits running efficiently and professionally. We started with a $5 million budget, but the need was undeniable. $83 million of requests. We increased from $5 million to $11 million. 138 organizations funded, 77% first-time grantees, simple applications, fast decisions, funding in weeks, not months. We asked, nonprofits answered, we delivered. The model works, but hundreds of nonprofits are still waiting. Let's work together to fund the rest. Samueli.org/breakaway.
We had proof, and we saw progress, and boy, did it unlock a sense of belief for the nonprofit community and for us. But wait, the plot thickens, and this is where our friends here at OCCF re-enter the story. Thrilled by our success, but not fully satisfied, my team, under the leadership of Michelle Freeman, who's here today, invested $30,000 to build an AI-powered tool that would make it easy for other philanthropists to see every unfunded breakaway proposal. Our hope was that a little money invested by us in a tool could catalyze deeper generosity from others. Today, I am delighted to announce that to lead the way, as they have for so many years, OCCF's team has selected $1 million of proposals using our tool to bring to their board, starting with nearly $600,000 in grants this December. I'm counting on you, OCCF board. Say yes. Our communications firm, Reveille, who has designed these beautiful slides, led by Brenda Springer, chose to support another $100,000 of projects. Several other foundations and OC corporations are exploring it as well. So we invite anyone in this room to talk with your OCCF advisor about getting access to our tool, so together we can write an even happier ending to this chapter in trust-based philanthropy, in support of the home we all love and the leaders who commit themselves in service of others. In closing, please remember that the true power of community, working at its full potential, you can come with me on this, unlocks a sense of possibility, which unlocks generosity, which unlocks trust, which unlocks creativity, which unlocks innovation, which unlocks progress, which unlocks belief, which unlocks an even greater sense of ambition. Thank you. These days, it is easy to become despondent or believe that change is impossible. When that instinct kicks in, I implore you to remember the enduring lesson of the Truth Campaign, that even the most intractable problems can be solved through a combination of creativity, capital, will, and persistent patience. The needs of today are great, and they outstrip any one person or foundation's ability to respond. We need to work differently than we have in the past. This is where the power of community steps in. Together, we can make well-being for all a reality here in Orange County. Thank you.
The power of community is coming together to find those that are lost and broken and bring them home, to show them love no matter what, and to continue trying and trying again.
The power of community is how it brings people together and makes us all feel confident. My Big Brother Big Sister family reminds me how to stay strong, be positive, and create real change.
The power of community is collaboration, changing lives, turning despair into hope.
Broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. Fire. for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the end. I will rise 1,000 times again.
Hi, my name is Tam Nguyen. I also go by Thumb. I'm the owner of Advanced Beauty College and also a proud board member of the Orange County Community Foundation. The power of community means to me collaboration among our neighbors, our communities, all moving forward together, making Orange County great. Community is so important at Advanced Beauty College, where our mission is to inspire, educate, and give back. It's also a major part of all the organizations I serve and am part of, including OCCF. The future is bright, the collaboration is real, and OCCF is a great organization leading the way.
Please welcome the chair of Advanced Beauty College and OCCF board member, Tam Nguyen.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Check, 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 audio check. Good afternoon. Do you hear me? Beautiful. I often say I was made in Vietnam and assembled in America. Rooted right here in the community of Little Saigon, Orange County. Little Saigon is made up of 4 cities: Garden Grove, Westminster, Fountain Valley, and Santa Ana. Together, they make Orange County the capital of the global Vietnamese diaspora. Yes, woo. Yeah, proud of that. Yes, proud of this fact. Home to more Vietnamese people than anywhere else in the world outside of the country of Vietnam. And this year, 2025, it's milestone anniversary of the fall of Saigon. It's our 50th year. An event that ended the war, but gave birth to Little Saigon. As part of our community's marking of this milestone, the HAM Mural Project was launched this summer. Thanks to OCCF and our other sponsors, 135 community volunteers, ages 8 to 80, including mom, yes. 19 organizations and small businesses, 1,380 volunteer paint hours, 86 gallons of paint, 130 by 35 foot mural was born in Little Saigon. Ham in Vietnamese means a small alley in cities and towns, typically too narrow for cars, but very accessible by foot. It's where lots of real everyday life happens. Neighbors chatting, kids playing, delicious food being cooked. It's intimate, vibrant, and it's very local. It's actually the essence of community. This past Sunday, volunteers came out together for a food drive and fed our unhoused neighbors here in Orange County who are just trying to stay dry. A perfect example of bringing our Vietnamese culture to our Orange County home. Earlier, when I said I was assembled in America, it's a tribute to my parents who came here with nothing but hope and the shirts on their backs. It's also a tribute to amazing leaders who have shaped my journey here in Orange County. Brother Charlie Zhang, representing when it comes to philanthropy, amazing. Brother Fram Vergie in education. Brother Stephen Gordon when it comes to banking and business. And from all three, I learned what it means to be great fathers, leaders, and husbands. I'm so grateful for my world-class education here in Orange County at both UC Irvine, yes, zot, 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 fellow anteaters, and Cal State Fullerton. Yeah, go Titans. I hear you. Go Titans. And for the privilege of serving on meaningful boards like OCTA, Genesis Bank, Memorial Care Orange County Hospitals, and of course, OCCF, where the power of community is lived every single day. I have personally witnessed the transformative power of community throughout my life. I am, in every way, a product of the communities that welcomed, educated, and supported me, and ultimately gave me the chance to give back a small measure of what I've received. My best friend and life partner, Christine, is in the audience. Yes. She aligns with me, and we share the same values. So I know, sorry for acknowledging you. Please, I know you get embarrassed and you don't want to be acknowledged, but thank you, honey, for everything. Hope I don't sleep on the couch tonight. When I reflect on what makes communities strong, what allows them to inspire, uplift, and rise together, 3 themes always come to my mind. 1, entrepreneurship. 2, bridge building. And 3, giving back. With the fall of Saigon on April 30th, 1975, came the rise of Little Saigon, which is not so little anymore. Our families arrived here with no capital, no connections, not even English as our language. But what we did have was grit, resilience, and the drive to care for our families. Entrepreneurship became our survival and ultimately our legacy. My family story begins in Garden Grove, home of our family business, Advanced Beauty College, the training grounds for thousands of people who help make your hands and feet look and feel loved. We help make manicures and pedicures affordable to the mainstream mass, not just Hollywood starlets. Today, my sister Lynn, also in the audience, yes, shout out to Lynn. Today, my sister Lynn and I are proud second-generation owners with over 50,000 graduates and many of them immigrants who helped shape the modern nail salon industry, beginning right here in Orange County, and now throughout the United States, contributing to a multi-billion-dollar industry that didn't even exist before the Vietnamese arrived. Through entrepreneurship, we didn't just rebuild lives. We built an economy, a culture, an industry, and a community. From our beloved pho and bánh mì, to art, fashion, and áo dài, and innovation, Little Saigon in Orange County stands today as the capital of all Vietnamese community throughout the entire world. And today here in Orange County, we have more than 215,000 of us, strong and growing. I often say I live on the hyphen, Vietnamese hyphen American. Yeah. As a kid growing up, to be honest, I sometimes tried to hide that first half of my identity. I just wanted so badly to fit in. I wanted to belong. I wanted to be accepted and not teased. But life has a way of reminding you what you once tried to hide actually becomes the very thing that makes you valuable. Today, I have the honor to serve in roles that bring cultural understanding and economic opportunities together. My ability to speak 2 languages, understand 2 cultures, and move between 2 worlds became a bridge between Little Saigon and the mainstream business, civic life, and philanthropy. I first got to know OCCF through the honor of hosting the board for a learning day in Little Saigon. right there, Asian Garden Mall, up top. I saw their heartfelt desire to deepen their understanding of our community, both our community strengths and its needs. This was the first ever philanthropic board group to visit Little Saigon. And it was the spark that led me to join OCCF's board and be a part of their important work in our community. And then, this September, we hosted a similar learning experience for OCCF's Family Foundation Alliance. Yes, woo! Woo to the awesome Family Foundation Alliance. Amazing, dozens of amazing local family foundations coming together to learn about our community, taking a deep dive and share in the richness of our heritage and culture. That's what bridge building does. It doesn't erase differences. It actually connects them. The power of community is amplified when we take what makes us different and use it to build something stronger together. I truly believe Americans are the most generous people in the world, especially those sitting right in this room today. But generosity is what defines us, not just in wealth, but also in spirit. The Vietnamese community is deeply grateful for the past 50 years that we have been here. My parents and many others may have been on the side of a losing war, but their children and grandchildren, all born in Orange County, as Americans, have won in life. Today, I try to honor this gift by living my personal 4 T's. My 4 T's of giving are time, talent, treasure, and touch. Whether it's through OCCF, Advanced Beauty College, Genesis Bank, Memorial Care Orange County Hospitals, the Vietnamese American Chamber of Commerce, X-Business Network, SBDN, I've been blessed to serve alongside brilliant minds and the most compassionate hearts. These people, my peers, my mentors, my friends, are chosen family. They have become my personal advisory board in my life. They remind me that leadership isn't about titles, it's about service. As we look toward the future, I'm reminded of the saying from my late father, who was my greatest role model and who I miss very much. He said, "Wherever you go, go with all your heart." I want to close today with a reflection on when my family first arrived in the United States 50 years ago. Our American sponsor family opened their arms to us. Shout out to Ariane Laidlaw, who became my mom's chosen sister and who I refer to affectionately as Aunt Ariane. Churches, temples, families, local leaders didn't just offer our family and our community food and shelter, they made us their extended family. They made us feel valued and loved. They gave us a sense of belonging as new arrivals. I've learned of numerous stories, including my current neighbor, the Richardson family in Fountain Valley. They shared that growing up, there was a Vietnamese family that resided in their living room in the 1970s after the war. That warm welcome from amazing families like theirs became the foundation from which Little Saigon grew, and it remains one of this community's greatest strengths. Today, we celebrate the power of community and the theme of rising. Together, I believe we are called to rekindle that same spirit, to look for moments where we can create extended family in our communities. Whether it's new refugees, struggling families and neighbors, or those in Orange County who need our strength to lend a helping hand in a time of need. So today, I invite all of us to go forward together with all of our hearts, because that is and always will be the power of community. Cảm ơn, gracias, and thank you very much.
was supposed to say some other stuff, but I don't even feel like turning the page because my heart is just pounding. Is anybody else's? I was watching those beautiful kids dance and listening to that song, which I love. All we need is hope. And for that, we have each other. We will rise up high like the waves. We will rise up in spite of the ache. And I know there's a lot of that in this room and in our lives. And we will do it 1,000 times again for you, for all of us. To me, I cannot think of a better emblem or description of what it is like to be in this community in Orange County, to be your community foundation. You need to know, we got all kinds of people saying how great we are and saying my name and all of our names. You need to know every single day we show up so grateful that we get to do this work with you. All those numbers that Tammy talked about, none of that happens. It's not us. That is this community. We get to be behind and alongside you and your partner. But that generosity, that is what is sitting in this room. And that generosity, that warm embrace of welcome that Tam's family and all of those who arrived, all of those who subsequently, before, during, and after, have arrived to Orange County for a better life for themselves and their families. And to not to take, but to become part of and to give. And that is who we are as Orange County, one of the diverse communities anywhere in the United States, and so much stronger for it. I really don't know why we even put a last page in the script anymore. I don't know if I'm 25 years and I've never actually said what was there. And I literally texted Anastasia, oh, we're a little long, I'll say like 10 seconds. And I bet she's going like, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. But I don't know, I guess when I've been here for 25 years, I guess I will take my moment when I have it. And I just have never been prouder than to watch Tammy on this stage, just owning it. It is one of the greatest moments of my 25 years to watch. Yeah, we could say, do you know how lucky I am to have that partner that I said, let's break up the title and make it two of us. So we can have a CEO and a president, and maybe that'll even be better. Newsflash, it's so much better. Because she had to go find the new CFO. And I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. It's first day, literally. Nice to meet you. They hired him while I was on vacation. John Williams knows. I was going to Hawaii with Julie and Vicky and Reshma. I'm like, go ahead. I trust you. And there's just something better to watch Kathleen, who knows our community, who's been with us for over 12 years, building all of that good work that you see. That is her work and her team behind the scenes, loving this community, loving our Orange County, and loving it together with all of you. And I just, honestly, just am waiting for someone to wake me up and say this was all a dream, because that is just how good it feels to get to do this good work. And I am so grateful for the loving heart of this Orange County community at a time when it is needed so badly. And I feel so proud to be part of this community and to be at the heart of your generosity, your desire for impact, the needs of our nonprofit, the unbelievably courageous, powerful, resilient work that all of you are doing every day. You are not alone. The seas are rough, but you have lots of partners with you, and your community foundation is here standing with you and wanting you to thrive and to rise. And that's about, we're gonna go home. I'm gonna put my PJs on pretty damn soon. 4 o'clock, you can check me. I bet you anything I'll be in my PJs by 4. It's 1:45. And Marshall Kaplan, I don't want to hear about how late I am. I'm not having it today. This was too wonderful. Was this too wonderful to end soon? 100%. 100%. So, we love you so much. We're so grateful. I just want to cry. So just before Tam came up, I said, do you know that 3 years ago we didn't know each other? That is Orange County. Lindsey, how long have you been here? 3.5 years ago, we met up for dinner at Wildfish. Put back a couple of perfect margaritas. I know they closed. I think we shut them down. I don't know. And these people are now family. And this is something I love about our Orange County, a small town of 3.1 million people. And we are so grateful to be here with you. So as we go into this holiday season, take all of the love, the hope, the inspiration, the welcome from this room, take it out into your lives, your businesses, your homes, your neighborhoods, your communities, and come look us up in January, because we're going to be very busy working on Vision 2030, because Tammy tells us we have to. So we will be saying, yes, ma'am, and guess what? We're going to start planning to be back here in this room next year. So now we got to top ourselves again. Where is it going to end? We don't know. We're going to keep trying, but we love you. Thank you so much for coming. Have a blessed holiday season.